Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibs7 here again, and welcome to the final episode of the Road to 120 Slayer. That is right, as you guys have probably known for a while now. I mean, I had a video on it, and I've had it during all my videos since. I have finished my 120 Slayer, and I have gotten my completionist cape. I'll be having that clip replay at the end of this video with some other post-commentary instead of the live commentary that are from the original. But yeah, this is going to be the last episode here of this series, which I'm pretty excited to have finished out. In all honesty, I'm not super happy with how this series ended up in terms of just the way it was structured and stuff. I'm not sure really how I could have done it differently, but I pretty much wanted to do it because I feel like if I didn't do it, then I probably wouldn't have even finished 120 Slayer. I don't know, it kind of gave me the motivation to complete it and finally get my completionist cape on my account, so I'm really glad that I did finish it. But it was a pretty big grind, although I'd say dungeoneering was worse for me, probably. But either way, it is finally done now, and I should be able to easily just maintain my comp cape from here on, doing the weekly updates that require it. And I'm looking forward to this new quest that's coming out soon. But yeah, some of these clips are really quite old, but most of them are going to be post-commentary because a lot of them are from Double XP weekend, and I wasn't talking during that. So yeah, I will mostly having post-commentary during this. And as this series is ending, I will be having a new series starting up soon to kind of replace it, but it is a bit different than what you might expect it to be. It is that thing I've been working on for a very long time now. I've mentioned it a couple times in my videos. I have been working on something for a long time that I really want to make some videos on, and I think it'll make for quite a few videos as well if I do eventually complete it. And I am still working on it. You guys will probably understand when it comes out why it's taken me so long, but that is what I'm hopefully going to be replacing this series with. And as far as the Collection King goes, well, that new series might also be replacing the Collection King for reasons you'll find out later. But I can still upload videos of the Collection King, but at the moment I haven't really done too many different bosses. I've mostly just been doing Telos, so I'm not sure if you guys would want me to just upload all of my Telos drops that I've been getting recently, but I could do that. But other than that, I mean, I am just going to continue with my weekly videos, or my weekly Monday update videos as usual, so there will be one of those tomorrow. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the last couple of clips from my road to 120 Slayer. Alright, so like I said, quite a few of these here post-commentary clips going to be in this video, but most of the ones that are post-commentary are near towards the end, so no real need to worry about it too much yet, but there's just a couple clips here at the beginning that are going to be post-commentary. And yeah, so this is the last episode, but as a result of that, a lot of these clips are quite old. I think at some point during this video, in one of the live commentaries, I mentioned the raffle even, so yeah, that kind of just shows you the age of these clips for sure. You kind of forgot to make one of these videos a little bit, but I also kind of wanted to make this episode the last one anyways, so I wanted to wait till I finished it. But next up we get some Soul Devourers there after skipping once from, I think that was Camel Warriors or Firewatch were the two options. I think I debated on taking the Camel Warriors, but I decided not to. They are pretty annoying to kill, but they are actually decent XP, but not one of the best tasks for the XP in the game for sure. But yeah, just finished up the Soul Devourers there, and we actually managed to pick ourselves up a nice little ancient effigy, as you can see in the chat, and I have the lamp in my inventory. I don't have that pet or whatever that you get from effigies yet, so I'm kind of hoping to get that. I'm not sure how rare it is, but I think it's pretty rare actually. And I mean, obviously you don't get a whole lot of effigies, so it doesn't really work out. But gonna head over to good old Morvrun now. We are that looked like 6.8 mil off of our next level up, and we're gonna pick ourselves up a new task here. But Gano Beast Addy Dragons, not ideal, but we managed to pick up some Acheron Mammoths here, and that's gonna be live com. About to finish up our Acheron Mammoth task here. I actually have forgotten since Double XP weekend to try out using the sacrifice scrimshaws again. Hopefully they are in working order at this point, so I should be utilizing them once again. But we actually did manage to get ourselves another piece of the Raptor key. So we now have the Mammoth piece and the Ripper Demon piece, which is pretty cool. I've never actually even seen anybody open the raptor chest on a YouTube video or anything, just because like it's such a pain to get all the key pieces, and I'm probably not going to get the other two, to be honest, because Camel Warriors I essentially avoid like the plague, and then you have Living Wyverns, which I just don't get that often, although I will do them. I'm pretty sure I have the Ripper Demon piece and not the Living Wyvern piece, yeah. Although I'll have to double check. I really wish it told you which monster it was from in the name. Like instead of being Raptor Key Part 4, just be like Raptor Key Part, and then in parentheses or something like the name of the monster, like Ripper Demons or something like that. Similar to how like the Frozen Key works in that you use to get to Nex. I don't know. But either way, let's get a new assignment here. And we got some Dagonoths. I haven't been to DKs in a while, so I may go there with this. Yeah, I think I'm down to do some DKs. Like during the double XP weekend, I was like going super sweaty, skipping anything that was below 500k XP an hour. But you know, something like Dagonoths, or if I get like Aviancies going forward, I'll definitely do them. Obviously, I'll still prefer to get those better XP tasks, but I'm not going to be skipping a ton just to get them. We are currently 6.5 mil off of 119 Slayer. I did get quite a decent amount of bonus XP because I went ahead and used up all the oddments that I had. They build up pretty quick, and you can get a decent amount of medium XP stars from those. So, yeah, we are, getting close to the 120 Slayer. Really looking forward to it. Although I still don't have the trio mission done, and I do need the player-owned farms music tracks. Speaking of which, I'm about to head over to my farm and see how it's doing. But yeah, I will see you guys for the next clip after we do our trip to Dagonoth Kings. Alright, so I have failed miserably in this task and doing what I wanted to do with it. I wanted to do some DKs, but I did 0 DKs, and I've just killed these Dagonoths for the entire task. And the main reason for that being is I was trying to do my daily challenge every day, and I didn't ever really have time or feel like going to DKs during that time. And I wouldn't really care about the daily challenge as much if it weren't for the raffle that's going on right now. So I did have to do it every day to get my free ticket. And yeah, that's pretty much why I've just killed like 30 or so of these every day. And that's pretty much been the size of it. That's why I haven't done any DKs. But still, I'm not too mad about it. This was a nice task to have for those days off, those daily challenges, because it's quick to kill these things. But the main reason I wasn't doing any other DKs or anything was because I was getting my Silver Warden at Telos pretty much whenever I was on. I was pushing in Rage and getting some Telos kills. So that's pretty much it for that. Either way though, let's go ahead and head back to Morvron for our next assignment, and I will definitely take some Acheron Mammoths. No longer double XP weekend, so the Scrimshaw should work, and these should be some pretty crazy XP. Let's go hit them up. Alright guys, we are about to finish up Acheron Mammoths here. Definitely a really good task, and I will always use the Scrimshaw on them. It really sucks that the Scrimshaw didn't work for the Slayer weekend. As far as I understand, that was a bug because it wasn't listed as one of the things that wouldn't work, but I mean, it would have been, I guess, OP if it did work, but double XP weekend is OP in general, so I don't know. It's kind of a toss-up for me, but I would have liked it to have worked, since I could have, obviously taken advantage, and probably would have even actually gotten 120 Slayer over the weekend if it had worked, because that would have been plus 50% XP, and I would have used it on every task pretty much. And I did get over 30 mil XP over the weekend, and I'm less than 15 mil XP until level up. So yeah, do the math. Would have had it, unless, I mean, it depends. Actually, it depends on how it's stacked with like bonus XP and all that, but I don't really want to do either of those tasks, although I wouldn't mind doing Aviancies. I don't feel like using a ticket on them. Same exact situation there, pretty much, except with Greater Demons. Black Dragons, nope. We'll take the Soul Devourers, always a nice and easy task with some great XP. So we'll head over to the Sophonim Slayer Dungeon. So for some reason we have like a 10-second post commentary clip here in the middle of these like 5 or so live com clips, which is a bit annoying because it doesn't really give me much time to say anything. But finished up the Soul Devourers there. We are currently looking like it was around 4.7 mil off of 119. So, you know, getting pretty close to that. And this is, of course, the clips between double XP weekends, but we get some Creatures of the Lost Grove. Enjoy the live com for that clip. Okay, so we're about to finish up Grove Creatures here, and I'm going for the Old Dat Coil method, although I'm not doing the 4-ticking with Barrage this time around, just kind of running around and killing them this way. Don't really feel like doing the 4-ticking because it's not double XP anymore, so I don't really need to worry about too much of like just going insane, but doesn't look like there's any nice low health ones for us to pick off, I don't think. But yeah, this task, I just like doing it this way because it just goes by so much quicker with this method, and you know, you just don't really have to worry about clicking on one each time, which you normally have to do. So that's just why basically it's my preferred method, but we've completed it here. Let's telly on out. And I actually got 119 magic during this task. That was pretty cool. That's going to be my next 120, I assume. Or I don't know. I don't know if I'll get it before a Slayer, actually. Depends on what tasks I get, because you do tend to melee most tasks. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're going for here. And whoops. I accidentally ignored that guy, but let's go ahead and... Alright, we'll keep the Living Wyverns. It's a quick task, pretty good, and we gotta get out of here because I forgot to drink my aggression pot. But, yeah, we're gonna head off to some Living Wyverns, and I'll see you guys for the next clip. Alright, so finishing up our Living Wyverns task here. Not the most fun task in the world, but I don't mind doing it too much because it is quite quick, and using the sacrifice here as well. I'm pretty much going to be using the sacrifice everywhere until I get 120 at this point, because I kind of just want to get it over with. Because I don't know if I mentioned, but I did just pass my final trio voyage today, which was very nice. It was like my 3rd or 4th attempt at like the 3rd stage of a trio, and it finally passed one, so I was happy to have that, and now all I need is this Slayer, so I really want to get it out of the way. I'll definitely take Acheron Mammoths for sure, but yeah, I'm pretty much just going to be skipping a lot of tasks and going for the best XP ones, and also scrimshawing pretty much everything until I get to that 120, because we are quite close. Nearly 91 mil XP, so about 13 mil XP-ish. So we're pretty much like 14 mil XP-ish off of the 120, so pretty close now, and I just want to smash it out, get it in the next couple of days or so. Back on to the post-commentary once again, you guys. We have the Acheron Mammoths task here coming in, and we're about to finish it up. I really do like this task quite a bit. It is probably one of my favorites in terms of just, it's nice to speed that you kill them at, but they also have a lot of health, and then they have like a couple mechanics. But I think the most annoying part about them is the fact that they have that charge special attack, and the main thing that's most annoying is that they can use it multiple times in succession, which can really kind of hurt a lot and just be annoying because it pushes you around. But still, for the XP, I'd have to say it's definitely worth it for me, at least. But yeah, next up here we are getting a new task from Morvron. Got some bad ones for the first round, so we're going to go ahead and use our Skipperoonie, and we pick up some Ripper Demons, which is, according to the wiki, I think I've said this many times during this series, but the best XP task in the game, so I will always be doing it. And it's also nice because you get to use the Dark Light here, which is kind of, you know, a bit unique for, you know, you obviously don't use that really most other places. I don't know if it's good at the Kaldrian Demons or not. I've never tested it. I always maged those when I did them, but I haven't really done them in a long time, so it's not something I've ever tested out. Might have to try that if I ever go for those titles that you get from the Kaldrians. But yeah, there's pretty much like whichever tasks I have in my prefer list at this point in my Slayer grind were the only tasks I was doing. If I got any other task besides like one of the ones I might prefer, I would just skip. So that's pretty much was what my mindset was at this point, which isn't the best probably, but I just wanted to get this over with. Although right here, I think I do keep the Dagonoths, yeah, and I think I went and did some Dagonoth Kings for the collection series, although I don't usually show the drops from those things in the video here, or maybe I just did more daily challenges with this. I don't remember. This was so long ago, but regardless, we're finishing that up here at the lighthouse either way. So I don't know if I went and did DKs and then finished the rest up, or if this was just my daily challenge grind situation, as I said for the raffle from the last DKs clip. But either way, we just finished that up here and are going to head back to Morvron to get another task coming in. And I think we're getting pretty close to 119 Slayer at this point. I didn't quite catch the hover there, but should be not too far off. I think one of the next live commentary clips are the 119 Slayer level up. And then obviously there's only that final level to go. And the most of 119 to 120 I did on double XP weekend, or the second double XP weekend, like in November or whenever it was. But either way, we are at the Erets now. And honestly, Erets are a task that I used to dislike quite a bit, but have grown to kind of like a lot since I started doing them with aggro pots. Makes them a lot quicker and fat and like much nicer to kill, but you do need obviously like some pretty decent gear for that. Obviously need your scythe, you want to bring a Blood Nihil and then have the Bone Crusher and the Bone Necklace, as well as definitely a Vampirism Scrimshaw to keep yourself going. But next up we get some Soul Devourers and we're back to LiveCom. I was checking every couple of kills to see when I was going to level up, and then I started watching a video, completely forgot, and there's the level up. So we just went ahead and leveled up to 119 Slayer. We are on the home stretch, the final level that I need to get my comp cape pretty much out of the way, and that is going to be 9.8 mil XP for that level, but we are on the final one. So pretty excited. Really liking the Ripper Demons, really nice XP task, but I can't seem to ever do a task of these without signing at some point because I look away from the screen. But what are you gonna do? I guess I'm gonna go ahead and finish it off here, and yeah, on the road to 120 for real this time. Alrighty guys, we're about to finish up our task of the Ripper Demons here. Definitely, I think this is the best XP task according to the wiki, but definitely a task I will always enjoy doing because it is very good XP, and I am using the Scrimshaw here, so I get about a 7k XP drop, although I do still have a bit of bonus XP left from when I was going for Silver Warden and not training Slayer. But yeah, we did obviously level up during this task, so 9.5 mil XP off of our next Slayer level, which will be 120 and mark the end of this series, which I'm really looking forward to getting this done with, so I can have my comp cape. But we are going to go ahead and cancel those tasks. Those are booty. Hopefully we can get something better. Don't really want to do that either, so cancel again. I'm taking the Corrupted Creatures. I'm not trying to do bosses. I'm not trying to do, any tasks except for good XP because I'm just trying to get this over and done with at this point for the most part. But we're coming up on our 400th task here, so we'll have a nice point boost to justify the fact that I'm just skipping so much. But so hopefully we can hit that pretty soon. But yeah, I will see you guys for the interesting strategy. Okay. Put the dummy, hit it a few times. Dismantle it, put another one. Okay, well, see you guys in the next clip. About to finish up our Corrupted Creatures task here. Always a good one, very nice and chill and fast. These are one of the few things that I don't sacrifice Scrimshaw, just because, I don't know, I feel like it's not super worth it here. They give a good amount of XP, but I don't know. I can't really explain myself for that at all, honestly. Maybe I should use it there. But the Vamp Scrim is actually kind of important for doing it, so probably that's a good reason to not use the sacrifice. But it's always a fast task, nice and easy. And we are now 9.3 mil off of the 120. About to hit 95 mil XP, pretty sweet. And next up, we get some Creatures of the Lost Grove. So that's always a pretty good XP task, although it is a bit sweaty if you want to do it quickly, but I'll do anything for the XP at this point. So about to head off to do some Grove Creatures. Alright, you guys, we are here at the Lost Grove for the double XP weekend. I think this is the first clip from the November double XP weekend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had Lost Grove Creatures to start it with. And the rest of these clips are going to be post-commentary until the end of the video, as I did just grind out the rest of this last level on the double XP weekend over a single night of it, for the most part. So that's probably why I wasn't feeling like talking, and I just was doing all these clips in short succession. My apologies for any out of order clips or anything like that in this video. I was trying to put them into the timeline of my editor based on their creation date, but it seems I either have lost some clips or forgot to record some clips, or the dates are wrong on the clips. I have no idea why it's not all perfectly lined up. I must have lost like a clip of Soul Devours or something like that, but just seems like something got messed up there. But that's what happens when you wait so long before uploading a freaking new episode. So my bad on that. Looks like I just completed my 400th task there for the 300 points, so that's pretty cool. Got 400 tasks completed there at the Gemstone Dragons. Easily one of the best tasks. They give insane amounts of XP. You could see that I was trying to check if the Scrimshaw Sacrifice was going to work this double XP weekend time around, but unfortunately it still did not work, just like it didn't last double XP weekend. But next up, we managed to pick ourselves up some elves, which are always a pretty decent task. It's always nice because they kind of pile up around you and they just keep respawning in place, and you don't really have to worry about them drifting off as long as you're aggro potted. But obviously I let my aggro pot run out here for the very end of the task, just so I wasn't being attacked by them still when I was getting a new task from Morvron. So we're going to finish off this last one here and go ahead and grab a new task from him right over here. Looks like we're only 4.8 mil from 120 Slayer, so I'm not too sure where like the difference of XP is coming from exactly, because we just got 119 a couple of clips ago. Although the time between when I got 119 and the double XP weekend itself is pretty big, so I might have been doing daily challenges and just like spending my daily keys on the Slayer XP in that time. So that's most likely what has caused the discrepancy of XP without any of the clips from tasks. Didn't quite catch what I had for a task there. Looks like it was Soul Devours here. So always good to do. Pile up some more keys to the crossing, of course, and continue to collect those. I definitely would say I prefer doing corrupted creatures just for the ease of doing them rather than having to deal with the special attacks of these things. I know I think those are the felines, right? I'm pretty sure. And I know the Salawa Ox don't have special attacks, but I think usually I'll take just whichever one is open in the world, and since it was double XP weekend, I'm sure there was somebody chilling at the Salawa Ox at that point, and I just wasn't able to get them. But either way, we managed to finish the task up, and we're going to head over to Morvron, and we get some pretty bad tasks for the double XP weekend. Rune Dragon's quite bad for XP for sure, although not too bad for money, depending. And right here I got a choice of two pretty good tasks, Soul Devours and Shadow Creatures. So I decided to go for the Shadow Creatures because it was the default and I had just done Soul Devours, so kind of felt like heading to my Slayer Pyramid and doing some of these things just for fun. I camped these quite a bit for, man, not sure why I'm tired at this point, but I did camp these quite a bit for Elite Clues when the Clue rework first came out, so I have probably like 8k kills of them on the kills log or whatever it's called, so that's kind of cool, I guess, but obviously doesn't really make a big difference. And I didn't camp them too hard, I guess, but I did just do them a ton whenever I wanted to do elites, because they are probably one of the best elite clue droppers in terms of ones that you can just camp. It's pretty decent. You can probably get like 5 maybe an hour. I'm not too sure though, that's kind of just a guess. To be honest, I never really tested the rates since they are quite AFK. That's the main thing that's nice about them. But next up here, after a couple skips, we managed to pick up some more Soul Devourers, so we're going to head back there. It does get kind of repetitive doing Slayer when you're going for the best XP tasks only, which is kind of a bit annoying, but I did just want to get this over with for sure. Like, I used to enjoy Slayer back when I was, not as, I guess, wealthy as I am at this point, just because, you were doing it and training up your combat stats as well. Like, it's a bit less fun when you're maxed as well to do, but you're training up your combat stats, you're making some decent money for yourself all at the same time as having some pretty decent variety in your training. So it is pretty fun when you're first training up and doing stuff like that. But when you are already maxed out and you're not really worried about making money and you're just going for the fast XP tasks, it honestly gets quite repetitive, and that's why it kind of took me longer than I would have hoped to actually get the 120. But thankfully, they did just go ahead and do another double XP weekend. That was kind of like a weird extra one this year that sort of motivated me to make the final push and finish it off. So that was nice. I was pretty happy with that. Of course, a lot of people were kind of surprised about it, and I honestly don't see why they did another double XP weekend, but at this point, I don't really care anymore about them because I am not really someone who's going to go for the 120s or the 200 mil XP skills on, at least not on this main account. That's just not something I'm interested in. So on double XP weekends, then in the future, I probably won't really even do anything different. I'll probably just do some PVM if I want or something like that. I mean, maybe I'll whenever I need to make overloads, I'll maybe try to make them on the double XP weekend so that I can get the most XP out of that. But it doesn't really matter as I'll need to make them all eventually anyways. But we just finished up those Ripper Demons here and we are heading back. Unfortunately, I forgot to enter my bank pin, I guess, and I had to quickly cut there to enter it in. But once we've got that done, got a couple of tasks to skip before we get something good for sure. So we managed to not get anything once again, and it's kind of unlucky to have that occur a couple times in a row when you have so many good tasks on Prefer. But we get a pretty tough choice there, to be honest. Soul Devourers versus Acheron Mammoths, but I guess in the moment I felt like doing some AFKing, so I went ahead and picked the Soul Devourers, and we are there now. I'm pretty sure, excuse me, I'm pretty sure the Acheron Mammoths would have been better XP overall, but they are quite intensive to do since you have to be watching out for their special attacks and just you can't aggro pot them, so instantly makes them less AFKable than your average task at this point, I would say. It's kind of strange how the aggro pot has kind of taken over for the most part, and for what the cannon used to be. The cannon used to be, obviously it would deal some damage as well, but its main purpose, as far as I remember, was to get the things to come on attack you automatically, which you don't really see people using cannon anywhere anymore except for maybe grove creatures, and then mostly you can sometimes find one at Hellhounds if people are farming for hard clues. But other than those two places, I don't really ever think I see the cannon anywhere, which is, I don't know, it's kind of a lost or I don't know, it's kind of like a bygone era, something like that. I don't really know the wording for it. But I know on old school, you'll definitely still see that cannon all over the place when people are training Slayer. It is still the popular thing to choose. Although people have actually been moving towards, as far as I understand it, towards barraging and doing mage stuff more for the things that can be grouped up, I think Dust Devils and Abbey Demons and stuff like that, which is definitely interesting. I know barraging used to be a rich thing that you would do, get charms at rock lobsters. Anybody remember those days? Man, it has been a while since then. But either way, we went ahead and finished up our task there. I think I used some random ultimate for the lulz of it on the last hit right there. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, we are getting quite close to the level up at this point. Only a couple more tasks to go here, and we will have it. I did have bonus XP as well as the double XP weekend bonus, so I did have quite a fast XP rates during this time, because like I said, I was just dumping all of my bonus XP from my daily keys into Slayer during the entire time between the two double XP weekends essentially, so I did have quite a decent amount of build up, It has allowed me to have the double X or the bonus XP available for the entirety of the remainder of my XP to 120. But we get ourselves some Acheron Mammoths here, which is pretty nice. We're gonna head off and do them. We are at 1.2 mil off of the level up, as you can see there. So I think there's this task and then one more task, and then we have the clip for the end of the video. So I just want to go ahead and say thanks to everyone who's watched this series and supported me on my road to 120 Slayer. Like I said earlier, I really don't think I could have gotten here without making this series, just because it kind of gave me the motivation I needed to continue going and finish off the 120. Obviously, it's really nice to have the comp cape just because of all the utility things it has on it, as well as, of course, being the best in slot cape for any PVM that you want to do. So it's cool to have. I've said this in a couple of other videos, but I really don't think I'm going to be going for trim at any time soon, unless they do something different with the Castle Wars requirement, because that is just ridiculous in my opinion. I just don't feel like wasting my time at Castle Wars for however long just to get the particles on the cape. If that wasn't there, and all the other requirements were still the same, I probably would go for it, to be honest, because then it wouldn't be as ridiculous. But yeah, I don't think they're going to ever remove that, although I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, for the final task that I still actually have assigned to me to this day, because I don't want to do any more Slayer, is Gemstone Dragons, and during this task I am going to finish the 120. So this is the clip from the video that I uploaded of me getting 120 Slayer and my comp cape. So I just wanted to play this last thing one more time for you guys to see me getting the 120 at the end of this series, just to make it nice and complete and everything like that. So we're just going to go ahead and show myself getting the 120 Slayer, and I think it's one more kill after this we'll have it. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy this series for the most part. Like I said, I'm not super happy with how it turned out in the end. It wasn't the most interesting as far as I was concerned, especially compared to like my other videos, but I did want to make it just kind of for like the sake of my channel and logging my account progress, and just again to keep me motivated to get to this 120. Hopefully, maybe for those of you who might want to get 120 yourself, this maybe gave you some small motivation to continue on your road. It is definitely a grind, but I personally really enjoy having the completionist cape, so it was worth it for me. And if you ask me, if you can get 120 Dungeoneering, you can go ahead and grind out 120 Slayer, because Dungeoneering is just, in my personal opinion, super cancer. I just hate it so much. But anyways, I think this is the last one for here, and then I'm just going to end off the video. But yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy it. There's the 120 Slayer. Thanks for checking out the series. Like I said, I'll have a new series starting up relatively soon, depending on how quickly I can finish this goal. It is RNG based, but I'm really looking forward to starting it, and I'm sure you guys will enjoy it as well. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I'll see you tomorrow for the Monday update video, and peace out.